Hey guys! So today's video is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me, get to know me kind of video. I have compiled a list of questions that I've made up on my own, and I'm going to use those as notes to give you guys some insight on me and some background. I'm going to be getting ready using some of my Holy Grail makeup products. That way I'm not having to really talk about them too much. I'll just leave them down in the description box. And yeah, I want to apologize for my voice. If it cracks at all, I will talk to you guys about it in just a little bit. But yeah, so I got a little crazy over the weekend and I lost my voice and I'm starting to slowly but surely get it back. So anyway, let's go ahead and grab your makeup brushes, grab your favorite makeup, and let's get ready together. So the first question is, how old are you? Well, first off, hi, I'm Madison, and I am 25 years old. My birthday is May 4th, so for some, I would be a Star Wars baby, but as for me, it's just my birthday. um, when I started, I used to work for the Disney store, and only then did I ever hear like, "Oh, you're a Star Wars baby." I was like, "What?" How many siblings do you have? I have two sisters. I only have two sisters, and one's name is Courtney and she's the oldest, and the other one's name is Taylor. Um and just a little bit of background on them. Courtney is married to my brother-in-law Grayland, and they have a 1.5-year-old son. And Taylor is engaged. Her fiance's name is Chevy. And my ethnicity, I am half Japanese and half Caucasian or half white, whoever's saying it, you get to choose how you say it, whatever. My mom is Japanese 100% and my dad is white. Hapa in, I believe, Japanese means half and half. So that's what we call ourselves. We're the Hapa children. Do you have any kids? Yes, I do. Technically, I have two. My son's name is Liam, and I have a biological daughter named Lila. Pretty much, I have a daughter that I placed up for adoption when I was 17 years old. If you guys would like, comment down below, and I will have a full dedicated video just to that discussion because I don't want to go into too much detail right now. But yes, I have two kids. I have a boy and a girl. Lila is 7 and Liam is 5. Single, in a relationship, engaged, married. I am in a relationship. My boyfriend, obviously, you guys have seen him in my IKEA video. His name is Bill, and if you guys couldn't already tell, there is a little bit of an age gap between us. He just turned 48 in October. And man, let me just tell you, I have never been more in love than I am with him. I didn't even know that I could love somebody so much. He's one of the biggest blessings in my whole life. And my sisters, even over the weekend, we were all together, and we went out to dinner and I ordered steak, and I used to order my steak medium well or well done, however, which was basically like, beef jerky, so to speak. And now I order my steak medium rare, which this is totally off topic, but either way. So he goes on to tell my sisters, like, oh yeah, like I trained her right. And I said, I said, yeah, I ordered my steak medium rare, and my sisters are like, medium rare? And my sister Courtney commented like, she's a changed woman. Oh man, good old times. Anyway, so Bill and I have been together for about a year and a half, more than a year and a half, but a year and a half, and in the best, most exciting year and a half ever. We've been on a lot of adventures together, and we have a lot of fun together. Like, we truly just have so much fun together, and I can't get enough of him, and I just love him so much, and I'm so happy that God placed him in my life. So there's that. Yes, our age difference is rather large. So we are 23 years apart and more in love than you could ever imagine. So there it is. Judge all you want. So I am originally from Northern California. My parents and grandparents still live there, still live in Northern California, and I like to go home as often as I can because I miss them. But currently, I live in Arizona. I know, huge difference. What do you do for a living? I am a receiver at a grocery store. So basically, what a receiver does is they bring in the products. So they bring in, soda product, beverage, and cookies and alcohol, chips. I bring in all kinds of stuff like that for my store, for my grocery store, and I am up incredibly early. I work every day from 4 a.m. to roughly 12:30-ish. Sometimes I get out a little bit earlier, sometimes I get out a bit later. Either way, do I love my job? Yeah. I love my job. I love working the hours that I get to work. I'm grateful for being able to work those kinds of hours. So it's hard for me. It was hard for me at first to adjust to waking up so early. Sometimes, let's be real, it still is hard for me to get up as early. But what really sold me on this whole thing was the fact that my son was like, I love that you don't have to work at night anymore. Because there were times where he would have to come and basically visit me at work on my lunch in order to have dinner with me. So while I don't get to take him to school, I still get to pick him up from school. I get to have dinner with him every night. And I get to basically be a mom and be there for my son. Because he's 5, so he's growing. He's a big boy. But he still needs me, And I don't want to miss out on his life. And these are the critical times, like he just lost his first tooth recently. And those kinds of things, like those kinds of milestones, they're important. And I want to be there for that, and I want to be able to witness things like that. So it's important for me to be there for him. The reason why I miss California so much is obviously I miss my family. My sisters live in Southern California, so it's easier for me to see them most of the time. But my parents and my grandparents live in Northern California still. And so it's really hard. I don't necessarily miss like California per se, but I miss my family a lot. We're very, very, very family oriented. Like we're very, very close. So it's really hard to be so far away. And my nephew is my first nephew. And so, I want to be able to see him grow up as well. So that is a tough one as well. It's hard being away. But don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I love being out here. I love being with Bill and his daughter Maya, and I love their family. Their family is seriously the biggest blessing ever. They're amazing people. They're very loving and very kind. And really, they were very, very welcoming from the very beginning. Um, but so I do have family out here, but I don't have my family. So the fact that I don't have my family is sad to me. What are your hobbies or your passions? Um, well, obviously, one of my biggest passions would be creating YouTube content. Hello. And um, makeup is a big passion of mine as well. So I don't know exactly, I don't remember how I got into makeup like this or why, like how this became such a big passion of mine. I truly have no idea and I have no real answer for you. Actually, no, I do have a story. So a friend, she used to create YouTube videos. She used to do videos and I watched her and I was like, wow, like she's already beautiful as it is, but she made videos and she made it like super super simple to follow her routines, like to follow a makeup tutorial. And I was like, wow, like I bet you I could do that. And I did and here I am pretty much. I used to just watch her. I used to just stay up and watch her all the time. Another passion of mine is softball. I started to get into slow pitch softball, and my sisters were as well. So it was just something that we could all do together. And now we get to why I have no voice. So I play on a competitive women's team, and we actually had a softball tournament in Las Vegas this past weekend. So today is Wednesday when I'm filming this, and we played on Saturday and Sunday in Las Vegas. And man, it was the funnest weekend ever. You know, it always is. It's always the best weekend because it was probably more fun because both of my sisters were there, and then like to add to that, my dad went as well. So, you know, it was a nice treat for me to have pretty much all of my family minus my mom in Las Vegas for softball. Um, but it was so much fun. If you're wondering, yes, we won the whole entire tournament. Um, and actually, not to toot my own horn, but I hit the game-winning hit. So that is probably a story that I will never get tired of telling, nor will I ever forget that moment. Actually, I don't think, because that was probably the most incredible thing that has ever happened to me. In my whole 25 years of life, that has never happened. I've never once hit the walk-off game-winning hit. Oh, so by the way, this bruise right here, like my bruise on my arm, that's from this weekend. I don't want anybody to think that I'm like getting abused or anything like that because I'm not. My softball team's name is Top Notch Athletics. We are Top Notch Women's. Season's over now, so soon in my upcoming videos you will see I will be getting acrylics. Where do you see yourself in 5 years or 10 years? I don't know. Like I don't necessarily think like, oh, when I'm 30, I want to do this, look like this, act like this type of thing. I definitely would like to see myself married and maybe another child. But as far as like career wise, maybe take a step up in like in my grocery store. But really, I love my position. I love my job. So I I don't necessarily think that I would necessarily need to move up at all. I really like where I stand right now. So I'm rolling through these questions a lot faster than I thought I was going to. And I'm not moving my body fast enough to to get through all of my makeup before I'm done with these questions. So maybe I will end up starting to talk about these products. But no, seriously, you guys, these makeup products though, to get on this subject really quick, are seriously so good. Like I would definitely recommend these products hands down. Some of them are higher end, and some of them are not. Some of them are like drugstore or super, super affordable if you can't find them at the drugstore. Why YouTube? So this is actually probably going to be like my biggest topic that I'm going to talk about. And YouTube for me, like I said, I started watching YouTube because of a family friend, right? Her name is Alaina. I will link her channel down below. She doesn't, like I said, she doesn't make YouTube videos anymore. So I started watching her, and it just gave me like a passion, she stepped out of her comfort zone to do tutorials and stuff like that, and to sit down and talk to a camera and have nobody responding back. And I was like, wow, she can do it. I can too. Pretty much. That's pretty much what I thought about. So while I was watching her, because obviously she wasn't uploading every single day, I found myself finding other people. And when I would go out and get the products that they would like recommend or whatever, I would find myself like pretending in like the mirror, like, hey guys, like this is what I picked up at Target, and I was like practicing making these YouTube videos. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. Like I was like set, and I was like, yeah, like I think I'm actually gonna do this. Like this could be something that I want to do. And like I said, this was 2-3 years ago, and here I am. I've only gotten positive things so far. Like I've only gotten positive comments so far. I haven't gotten any negative. I know they're coming, but yeah, like I seriously am just so happy that I finally decided to do this. And like it's here. I mean, what more is there now? Like I already have videos out there on the internet, so what more do I have to hide? Nothing. Just here I am. And that's pretty much it. But seriously, I was talking about it for probably like 2-3 years about, oh yeah, like I think I want to make YouTube videos. And when I met Bill, I was like, he was like, what do you want to do? And I said, oh, like I want to make YouTube videos, or I think I used to sit in my beauty room, which is where I am right now, and I used to like pretend that I was filming. And he's like, well, why pretend, and why not just do it? And so I did. I bought a computer and I started filming. He bought me so many things. He bought me this backdrop just to show his support for me, and how amazing is that? Like, I seriously, I lucked out with this man. I'm so, so, so happy that I found him. Let me just tell you. I think I want to do a dedicated video just to him, just to our relationship, because I think, like, from the outside looking in, I don't think that anybody could really understand why or where our relationship comes from, because our relationship is super, super random. we met at a gym because we were working out together. That was it. And that's all she wrote, basically. And I feel like I said, from the outside looking in, you wouldn't be able to understand. And I think that it would just be interesting to hear both of our perspectives on our relationship. I think that it would just be kind of like an eye-opener to some, to see that love comes in all shapes and sizes and colors and ages. So the song was actually by Pretty Ricky. Just looked it up. I feel like I now truly understand the definition of like age ain't nothing but a number. And if you ask my family, I actually think that I want to get my family's perspective on that, because wouldn't that be interesting too? That might be something to look into. The last question was, why YouTube? And what was that, like 20 minutes ago? I talk way too much, you guys. I promise I'm going to get my life together. How many times have I said that? How many times have I said, I'm going to get my life together? My life is not together. Okay guys, so that completes today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys know a little bit more about me and understand me a little bit better. Please let me know if there's any videos that you would like to see in the comments below. And yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.